Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. Good evening, wherever y'all join me from. Thank y'all for joining the live stream today. I'm on a little early because I've got some visitors here in San Carlos City that I'll be with later. Shout out to the NTZ crew. I hope y'all on here. Jacob J. Michael Beat Your Life. All my old heads, that's Doubtful Genius. What's up, man? Ryan Lawson, Mopar, what's up? I thought you was part of the fourth quarter. Any new viewers and subscribers, Kim Smith, welcome. Anybody catching this on replay? The peso is 58.64. It's going back up. Let's hope that hits 59, 60 by Christmas, man. Thank you, Jeff Retada, man, for joining us. Appreciate all your support, brother. You wasn't able to shake your buddy some sense into him, so I want to congratulate him on his upcoming wedding today. He said, "Go Cards." What's up, Kamal? Golden Gate. There y'all are. Matt Bassett. Yeah, I'm glad y'all got the memo, man. I guess came on early today. You know, we got a topic, but this is your live stream. We'll talk about anything you want to. Just put it over here and we'll get to it if I can. But I left America with a bad attitude. You know, what happened, man? How was I able to turn it around? Let's say I'm McCall. I bet you he could give a testimony on that, on how good retirement is over here in the Philippines. Is that right, Sam? He said he's winning in general trade. He's been winning ever since I've known him. What's up, Blizzard Abroad? A lot of guys, man, can bear witness to the video I made today. They just don't upload any content on YouTube. But they're living as good, if not better, than what I am over here. And you can say whatever you want to say about the Philippines, man. It's a great place to retire. You got the right attitude. A lot of you guys don't have the right attitude. What are you doing, booby? Okay, he's from the Ville. Yeah, they're competitive again. That's going to be a good game with Kentucky this time because Kentucky's not really a dominating team. And Louisville's a little scrappy team, even though they've lost a couple of players. They're a lot better than what they were the last couple of years, but it's not Louisville basketball, Cam. See, we're used to the big time players coming to Louisville. Not these has-been guys, not these middle-of-the-road guys, man. You know, I don't watch Louisville. I root for them. Hey, what's up? What's up, Paul? I'm sorry. Y'all check out Paul's channel. I'll be trying to help him, man. I'm going to bring him on next week so he can give us an update. What's up, IT consultant, Dan Boston? But, you know, the first thing I want to talk about is, I uploaded that short about YouTube. Over the last 4 years, I added up, YouTube's paid out over $100 billion to their content creators. It's basically just to put some respect on YouTubers, man. Okay? There's no shame in having a YouTube channel. As a matter of fact, if you're logged in right now, which you are, and you're watching this live stream, you have a YouTube channel. Whether or not you upload any content is on you, but YouTube is earning money off of you. All of us. You're just not getting paid. And people say, oh, I don't want to upload anything on my privacy. Listen, we're in the age of mass surveillance. Okay, you've heard of Edward Snowden. He broke it. He broke that open years ago. Everywhere you go, everything you do is being tracked. You're being spied on right now by your cell phone, your computer. Look at the back of your license plate. I mean, your license, certainly your passport. The only way you're going to escape that is to go off grid. And guess what? Then you can't work. Okay, you can't eat. How you going to go to the grocery store? Okay, you shop on Amazon, it shows up on Facebook. Okay, I got Merlin standing right here. She's making the bed. She can bear witness. And sometimes me and her is having a conversation about going somewhere or buying something, and next thing you know, it's on our feed, either on YouTube, Google, somewhere, man. Okay, so stop with that. Oh, it's for my privacy. You got the same privacy I got. You lock your door in the bathroom, you go to the bathroom and the bedroom. That's about it. Okay, I'm just being honest with you. But all this, oh, I'm not uploading because of my privacy. You don't have any more privacy. You haven't had privacy in years. You only think you got privacy. What's up, Izzy and Chris? He said the Geo and Maya situation looks gloomy. You know, guys, let's let them heal, man. Let's let them work that out on their own. There's nothing we can do. I mean, you know, that happens all the time, though. I don't understand. Like I said, whenever you come to the Philippines, Izzy and Chris, I think you know this. They put us, they raise us to a higher standard. Like we're supposed to be perfect. And then you got the people who criticize us like, dude, you're not perfect either. You're divorced or something, you know. Remember, they put that motto up there, what a perfect man, father, husband's supposed to look like. That doesn't exist. Okay? Then they'll start going back in your history, you know, so, oh, he left his kids in America. How do you know? You only know what the man told y'all. Leave them people alone, man. They had a year together. And guess what? Somebody's going to step right in and take his place. Okay? Somebody's going to be tongue kissing her, man, after he done stuck his dick all in her mouth. So I give y'all the nitty gritty like that because that's a fact. People are standing by waiting for you to stumble so they can point it out. There's going to be 100 men lined up to date that girl, to date that woman, rather, because he put her out there. He helped that woman. She's got a big channel now, 30,000 subscribers. Hungry men sending her money every damn day. You can't knock that man. He said, nothing's private. Yeah, I mean, y'all crazy, man. There's going to be 1,000 men, and it's just only going to make her worse. Her head is going to just expand even more. I went in the comments, Izzy and Chris, and saw what these guys are doing. Y'all pitiful. These guys are pitiful, man. And then they'll try to blame everything on the vloggers. It's these plantation bros, barbershop bros, and armchair bros that's effing up the game. It ain't us. Yeah, Jacob, you said nothing private, man. All right, that's just an excuse. Okay, the top 10, I looked at it last night. I looked this stuff up. The top 10 earners on YouTube averaged 30 million last year. That's a lot of damn money, man. Put some respect on YouTube. Quit trying to ridicule people. You should be on YouTube trying to get paid. He said, how do I get started? Well, first of all, just find out where you want to fly into, Scam. Do you want to fly into Manila or Cebu? Okay? Because getting over here really isn't hard. I would use the Asian airline. And that was what was suggested to me because I used to use Delta. And I was told, he said, hey, man, since you're going to Asia, just use one of the Asian airlines. When I came over here in 2018, I used Cathay Pacific, but I've been on ANA, Korean Airlines, certainly. But yeah, find out where you want to fly into, man. Look at you some tickets. I would be trying to buy my ticket now so you can get a good price. Yeah, the Nextpat is real. They're over here. They're sniffing all up in that woman's behind now. They know they're happy that Geo is not with her anymore, man. But that's now you're talking about privacy. See, that's one of them shut the fuck up and mind your own business situations. I'm not gonna talk about that, man. I wish them the best, you know. But I'm more surprised when people stay together, not when they split up over here. He says there's no expectation of privacy in public. Supreme Court case, United States versus Moore Bush. Thank you. But you got to talk to these guys. You can't choose your audience. And if you say the sky is blue, they're going to say it's gray. It's an illusion. You're always going to get pushback. The point of making that was to put some respect on YouTubers. Okay, there's no shame in having a YouTube channel, whether you earn any money or not. You all got YouTube channels. It's your decision to upload content or not. I was stating facts. I don't want to hear anybody's opinion. 2.7 billion people watch YouTube every day, and it's growing. Third only behind Facebook and Google. And I know Google owns YouTube, but it's separate entities, guys. They don't combine numbers together. KFC and Pizza Hut are owned by the same corporation. They don't merge their numbers together. Yeah, them Nextpats are waiting, man. They're waiting. They're already in there. You can look at the comments. Oh, you're such a strong woman. You're such a good mother. Okay. He said, Cal, watch Old Dog's channel, and he has this 21-year-old deaf girl that's pregnant for some foreigners giving her 2,000 pesos a month, and he fled the channel. What do you think? I'm glad he put that out there because I've already talked about it before on my channel, guys. This is what the Filipino vloggers should be doing. Talking about stuff like that. Where, how we always talk about meeting the wrong Filipino, what the Filipino run off with our money and everything like that. Well, somebody needs to do stories like this, FX Trader, and put these people on blast. I saw that. This woman she doesn't know the language. I don't even think she knows sign language or anything. But that happens all the time, man. They just don't have a YouTube channel to expose it. He calls it expats going bad or something. We could do stories like that all the time. Remember, the universe is always watching. This guy, man, when this woman has the baby, if that's his baby, they're going to get him. Somebody's going to be concerned about that situation. Somebody's going to say, hey, who's the father? Because she can't communicate. I think it's pitiful. But I'm not going to judge anybody, He's going to get that girl some help. That's one thing, whether you like Old Dog or not. He got a lot of influence. And he helps a lot of people down there, man. Quiet as kept. He said, what you talk about and what you focus on is a reflection of you. He said, he's speaking facts. I saw the comment section of a 21-year-old deaf girl who was impregnated by a Canadian. People offering her 200 per month. Yeah, the next pet is always lurking. Yeah, see? Y'all wouldn't, you have no idea, man, the level of thirst that's operating over here in the Philippines and in this Philippine genre. You can't even measure it, man. I mean, it's the worst I've ever seen. They're the ones who are financing this whole thing. That's why I don't really knock them too much, because I could. But they're financing this whole thing. My channel's for the new man and woman who really wants to come over here. Okay? Who really wants the information, who's getting ready to pull that trigger, who shows up over here. There's a guy now, his name is AZ. That's his profile name. He's from my state of Kentucky. And he's been chatting with me, and I'm thinking like, dude, you're not coming over here. He's over here. He came to my house yesterday, but me and Merlin, we were having lunch with another couple at Mahawani. But he's staying right across from me. Got a nice looking woman and everything. That's who my channel is really for. But in all honesty, it's the armchair bros and the barbershop bros who are financing all this, who are raising the stakes over here If you don't hear anything else, hear it now. It's not the bloggers. We're convenient to blame, but it's them who are doing that. Sending all that money over here. Hey, Mike, he says, hey, Cal, you're absolutely correct. There are a number of guys waiting to fill that void with Maya. Yeah, it's sickening, man. It's sickening. When you go into those comments, you'll be like, there's no chance. We're trying to flip the script. With behavior like that, Mike, it'll never happen. It'll be 1,000 years. Even though we have the royal flush, we absolutely have the royal flush when it comes to Philippine and foreign relationships. I'm not saying I'm not devaluing her. I'm saying, but when it comes to our relationships, we've got the royal flush. She wins with a pair of deuces, jack high, every time because of stuff like this. They're all in there. I couldn't believe it. Thank you, Bruce. That's right. But you hear these clowns on here, you know, they stoop to that level. That's all they can hit you with now. Oh, you need YouTube. You damn right I need YouTube. Tell that to Mr. Beast. He made 82 million, but then there's like, okay, Jake Paul earned 34 million on YouTube last year. You think he cares about what you're talking about on YouTube? He said, Philippine Airlines works good for me. Yeah, that's an Asian airline. You come in here. He said, China Airlines was okay. This time I'm flying Cathay Pacific. Cathay Pacific, man, I'm going to tell you something. It's the smoothest flight I've ever flown. In the Philippines or anywhere, man, I don't know if the weather was perfect. I flew from Chicago to Hong Kong. That's a 15-hour flight, you know, from gate to gate. Not one time, guys, I promise you, did the fasten seatbelt light come on. The whole trip. Okay? It was the smoothest flight I've ever. It was a long-ass flight. Yeah, but see, okay. This is what I'm saying, though, okay. He said, the thing is, he's offering paid consultation on relationship advice in the Philippines. In that case, his viewers deserve an explanation or his credibility shot. Why? Who would you rather give you relationship advice over here dealing with Filipinos? Somebody who's never dated a Filipino before? Somebody who's only dated one? Or somebody who's dated several? Who's had the ups and downs, who can show you the good side and the bad side? There's a reason why when children, when these schools want somebody to talk to their students about not going to jail, they get ex-convicts, people who've actually been to jail. It would make sense if you would have somebody who's never been to jail before. But no, they want somebody who's been there to tell them. And that's the way I think. I want somebody who's been through the fire, who's got a divorce over here, who married a beautiful woman like that, and now all of a sudden you're divorced and like, wait, what happened? What am I missing? She's attractive, okay? That lady's attractive. You can say whatever you want to about her. So Gio now can pull the curtain back. But yeah, I mean, he doesn't. He only owes it to the people who is paying for the consultation. Isn't Chris? He don't owe it to you. He owes you none of that. Hey, thank you. He says, Kofreshi. He says, I'm not retired. I'm interested in going to the country. Vet here. I just enjoy listening and watching your channel. So up here. Hey, thank you, man. I really appreciate that. And see, this is what I'm saying. These are the people who keep this going. People like you, who are never coming over here. They just get a kick out of it for whatever reason. And that's why I don't knock them. But some of them, you do have to put them in their place because they're the experts. These armchair bros, they've never been anywhere. They're never going. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Blizzard Broad. He said, how's his credibility shot because real life happened to him? He's the one I want to talk to. I don't want to talk to the perfect Some of these guys over here on YouTube, man, they ought to have their ass kicked. They trying to convince you that they're living a perfect life, man. They're not. Okay? There is no perfect life. All right? They're doing the best they can, but I don't want to hear that. And comparing my life is better than your dude, you in the 8,000-mile club. Okay? Your life no better than nobody else's. But they'll convince you that it is. I try to convince you. I call bullshit on it. There's no telling what's going on behind the scenes. He said, never heard of this Nextpat. Now I know. Yeah, I created that word, Nextpat. The Nextpat is a guy who, he wants the next man's Filipina. Okay, I made a video about it. He doesn't want to come to the Philippines. He wants to wait for you to bring your woman to America, his country, and it goes sour, and then he dates her. He likes Filipinas. He's on the dating sites, but he's never going to come over here. Probably doesn't even have a passport. He's crazy about Filipino women. Hey, Marlon, thanks for that super sticker, super chat. He says, I appreciate the wisdom you provide. Thank you. Man, thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man. You down in Houston. That's what the Nextpat is. But he can be over here. He don't want to get on the dating site. He doesn't want to go out and meet a woman on his own. He waits for you to mess up. See, he's sniffing around your doorstep. Now that Gio and his wife split up, they all in her comments. That's a Nextpat. He wants the next man's Filipina. Okay? And it's a lot of them. Yeah, it's a lot of them, man. That's why I say be careful who you bring around your woman. Okay? He said, would there be Sunshine Shows merch on the horizon? Yeah, and I'm glad you brought this up because, hey, guys, I need y'all's help. Somebody in the United States, Jacob Chande, put my email up, man. I want to send Sam Champion a Boots on the Ground t-shirt. It can be something as simple as this. He wears a 3X. I need somebody to do that for me. Buy the t-shirt, take it to the printer. I'll pay it for it, man. I'd like to get him that by Christmas, man. He's one of my long-time subscribers, biggest supporters. He had a devastating stroke, man. Can't walk, can't talk, but he's doing better. His wife reached out to me, and I said, I'd love to send him a t-shirt just to show him we're thinking about him. Yeah, they don't care. They don't care. This is the Nextpat, okay? He's not a choir boy, and neither are any of us. But yeah, he's waiting. That's what I'm saying. They don't care, man. Now when Gio married the woman, they're all in their bit. Oh, Gio married a single mother and this and that. Now that they broke up, they want that single mother now. They want his leftovers. Okay? I know what I'm talking about. Okay? But you try to warn guys. You say, hey, look, you don't want to deal with a woman that's already been with a foreigner over here. There's too many available women who've never met a foreigner before. That's my number one rule when you're dealing with Filipinos. Everything else, is about even, but that, no. And men don't care, man. The guy that I've been talking to back and forth, he came and saw the lady. She been with 3 foreigners already, dude. Okay, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Okay, you don't want that, man. These women love hard over here. Okay, they love hard. They want to be the best mate that you've ever had. Okay, they want to be the perfect mate for you, the perfect companion. It's nothing off the table they won't do. Now imagine somebody's done that 3 times, even 1 time. I don't want it. Because I'm gonna tell you something. Okay, she's gonna be westernized and she's gonna be angry. and you're going to be a rebound more than likely. And nothing you can do. Okay, now you coming behind Geo, and Geo, he's earning good money over here. He's got a big YouTube following and everything like that. There's not anything that he hasn't probably given that girl, and and taken her to. So what are you going to do? Okay, man, you guys, y'all never learn. The naughty American expats is, yeah, they're real quick to swoop in for that woman just as soon as you see an opportunity. It's crazy, man. You guys don't understand. I'm over here. And it wasn't until I got on YouTube did I realize the level of thirst, man. But they always want to blame the vlogger. It's the guys who are in the audience who are doing the most damage. He said there are women in the Philippines and know I have a Philippine, and I told her I was not interested, but she still sends text messages. Yeah, okay. See, here's the thing. It's really a double standard. I talked about this before. Okay, but because you got the royal flush, Hal, okay, and they're not really in a position to be choosy. Okay, you can date all the Philippines you want, but when it comes to the Filipina, once she dealt with a foreigner, man, I wouldn't fool with her, man. I wouldn't fool with her. Okay. But they don't want to listen, so let them have it. Okay. He said, yeah, I've seen these parking lot pimps trying to scoop up another man's leftovers. Yeah, they do it. Absolutely. How? Absolutely. But remember, they're not in a position to be as choosy as we are. We've got the royal flush, man. Okay. We're bringing it all to the table. If it were left up to her to come to see you, it would never happen. She has no visa. She has no money. She has no way to get to see you in your country. You have to come here. Just by virtue of that, you're the prize. She's just over here minding her own business, just living life as usual. We have to make it happen. The party don't start till we get here, guys. That was my phrase. I made that up. When you hear people say that, they're copying for me. It's the truth. She can't get to you. I'm not putting anybody down. I'm just telling you that's a fact. So anybody wants to push back and say, oh, you're not the prize, the woman's the prize. How? Okay? Look up the law of supply and demand, and you'll see there's not enough foreign men to meet the demand. We have to be the prize. I'm sorry. He says, if you want to be happy for the rest of your life, never make attractive women your wife. He said, Maya's going to be all right. She has a YouTube channel, and Gio should consider moving out of Dumagetti. He's going to be persona non grata. I don't know why. I mean, but like I said, you don't know that situation, Frank. Let's stay away from that speculating. There's two sides to that story. The man ain't done nothing. He's put her on a pedestal. Without him, there is no 30,000 subscribers. There is no PayPal. This woman probably, there's no telling how much money she's earning on YouTube, guys, okay? He did that for her. Okay, now why would he be persona non grata? Frank, explain that to me. When he's put on a path that's going somewhere, just because their relationship didn't work out, okay, I'm surprised when they work out, not when they don't. You're in the Philippines, man. He said, after you've been in the Philippines for several years now, what is the worst attitude we can have coming in? No, we leave America, we leave our countries with a bad attitude, simply by default. A lot of us were saying, man, I'm tired of this over here. I'm tired of working. You know, nobody understands me. I don't have anybody to talk to. Nothing's going right for me. I'm sick of this rat race. You bring a bad attitude. I left with a bad attitude, but I've been able to turn it around. You know, like I said yesterday, Izzy and Chris, you get a temporary relief when you get off the plane over here. That sunshine is going to hit you. I mean, that's just facts. That's not coming from me. When people are depressed, sunlight, man, lifts your spirits. And of course, you got the beautiful young lady waiting for you. She's going to lift your spirits. The lifestyle over here is going to lift your spirits, man. Chilling out on the beach and all of that. You got more money in your pocket. But it's going to take a while for you to turn that attitude around from negative to positive. Most of us have a negative attitude when we come over here. You know, that's just how it is. You know, I forgot to put the link in, but I'll put it in. It says right here, I like to read Psychology Today. That's one of my favorite websites. Whenever I want to get in the head of us, and, you know, I'll just Google it, and then an article from them will come up, but it was what's holding you back from living the life that you truly want to live, okay? And it says that many of us have habits, behaviors, and beliefs that held us back from being who we want to be. You got that when you come over here, Izzy and Chris. You know, you think in your mind something's holding you back. A lot of us are wrong, though. In the article, it says it's not money. Okay, it's not the lack of money, education, opportunities, or anything like that. It's usually your behavior, your habits, your beliefs that hold you back. Well, okay, yeah, but see, they're not going to get involved in that like we are. Okay, Frank, it's what you don't understand. Yeah, they're going to ask her, but he probably got another girlfriend already. When's the last time you've been over here, Frank? You talk like you haven't been to the Philippines in decades. That man is a successful expat over here. Okay? But I don't know anything about their relationship. Y'all bought it on my live stream. I'm just telling you that he's not going to have any problem. He put this woman, he's done more for her than any of these jacklegs that's trying to get in between her legs now could ever do. Okay, he's made it to where she can really be choosy because she got her own money now. He set her up with the only business that I would set a woman up with over here, a YouTube business, and it's successful. So what's the problem there? She should be thanking her lucky star she met him. I don't know what happened. He says, I'm happy that attitude is coming off of me while I'm still in the United States. It's our mental state we should be trying to change ASAP. Thank you. This is all I've been saying, man, for the last year. We're always worried about, do I have enough money? And all that relationship. Man, you better get your mental and physical health together. Because you're not in the best state of mind when you come over here. And a lot of times, guys, they can't get that off of them. And they end up failing over here. People, they misdiagnose depression. A lot of men are suffering from depression because we won't go and seek any diagnosis. We won't, we're walking around with it. We think it's something else. But Frank, you can tell. Okay, he says Gio's a hypocrite. He breaks his own rules. With the Gene breakup, he says next girlfriend will never be on YouTube. Well, people change though. People evolve, man. Okay, let's say he is Gurkha now. Okay, now what? Okay, because at the end of the day, you're either gonna listen to bloggers or you're not. You can't wait till we stumble and then point it out. That's what you guys like to do. Okay, you don't listen to bloggers anyway. Stop it, guys. Okay, you don't do it. All y'all do is talk about us. Y'all don't listen to us for real. Oh yeah, for entertainment. But the minute he stumbles, oh, he's a hypocrite. Oh, he breaks his own rules. I don't really think anybody cares for real. His channel continues to grow because armchair bros are the ones who are financing this. They like his channel. It's entertaining to them. Somebody likes it. You know, but what people do, you're either going to listen to us, you're either going to respect the vlogger or you're not. Okay? There's no in between. You can't be in the bushes and the minute we stumble, you jump out. You broke your own rules there. Things change. People change. I mean, can we look in the mirror, Gurkha, now, okay, and say that you haven't broken your own rules before? Why do y'all hold us to a different standard? Okay, I don't understand it. We're just regular guys. We just happen to be on here talking on YouTube. But y'all hold us to a whole different standard than you hold yourself. Okay? Let's be honest now. That's all I'm telling you. But I really don't think he cares. Because we don't meet most of you guys. The guys who we meet are supporters. Trolls don't come around you. People that don't like you don't come around you. Why would they come around you? So long as y'all stay 8,000 miles away, I'm hidden behind these profiles, I don't think these bloggers really care. Okay? But y'all hold us to a whole different standard, higher than you hold your own self. Knowing you done broke the rules, knowing you done crossed the line, they want to hold us up and say we're supposed to be the perfect husband, father, okay? Knowing that you're not, you know, there's a reason you're following these vlogs. I'm not talking about you, Gurkha, now. I'm talking about everybody. They're looking for something over here, something they can't get in their home country. He said there are articles on black men being dusty by black women in the United States, and Filipinos also being characterized by their women as well. Filipinos are okay. He said, Cal, you're the only guy I've seen on YouTube that lets us know that we are the prize. Too many guys are letting Filipinos rule over them. And that's simply because they have such low self-esteem and they don't know their own value. I mean, all they have to do is step away from their situation. It's going to crumble. If you don't think that you're the prize, if you don't think that you got the royal flush and it's all riding on your shoulders, just step away. It all crumbles, guys. If I leave tonight, it's only a matter of time. It all comes down, crumbling down. Okay. But I don't use that to mistreat anybody. I hold it over their head. But I know my value. And I'm not going to let anybody else tell me my value. It's just an opinion. But a lot of guys, they do. They get off the plane and they lay down. Because, you know, they don't understand that these dating sites and everything and these armchair bros, they flip the script, man. They got us thinking that the woman is the prize. She's not in demand. There's millions of women over here. There's not enough men, foreign men, Western foreign men, coming over here to meet the demand, guys. I live here. I'm telling you it's not. So we have to be the prize. By default, that's not enough. But y'all want to listen to all that other stuff. I don't care. I'm just telling you facts. There's a lot of guys watch this genre, but they don't pull the trigger and come over here. Okay, that's why every time you can come over here every single day and meet a different woman. Because there's not enough guys coming over here. They don't have the money. They don't have the courage. They don't have the time to do it. Okay, now she can count on one or two guys, you know, knocking at her door who may pull that trigger and come over here. You can literally count on 10 to 50,000 women. It's going to do what the woman you got is going to do. Okay, and that's no exaggeration. That's just how it is. We didn't make the rules. We didn't set all this up. You know, a lot of guys, they're just so happy to have a woman. Why wouldn't they be, though, Passport X? Let's be honest. They're 68, 70, 73, 81 over in America. That's nothing. They have nothing coming. And then you have a 30-year-old woman, 35, 40-year-old woman showing them attention, okay, giving them blowjobs on demand, you know, trying their best to pump that old dick up. These guys, go to these guys' heads. You know, they cooking them meals, they giving them showers, washing their clothes, they doing everything for them. It blows their mind. But it doesn't change the fact that he's the prize, but it's all in your mind. Okay? Women here think they're the prize, and they should think they are, but it's not my business what they think. I know what it comes to. If he thinks she's the prize, there's nothing I can tell him. They fold when they get over here. What's up, 53 Shades Darker? They fold their hand, and she wins. That's right. It is a self-esteem issue. And a lot of men, they like, okay, I don't care. You know, use me until you use me up. That's really the attitude of a lot of men over here. They're not worried about being the prize and all that. And, you know, they just want a woman. They've been alone for so long, they haven't had the touch of a woman. How you going to reach inside of somebody's mind who's in that type of desperate situation? There's nothing we say. That's why I was telling Gurkha, these guys aren't listening to us, man. We're on here simply for entertainment. When they get off that plane and that woman's waiting for them at that airport, everything I said goes out the window. They're not listening. I was trying to stop this guy from coming over here, being with this girl that's been with 3 foreigners, man. He ain't listening to me. That woman grabbed that dick and did what she knows what to do with it. He ain't listening to nothing I'm saying. And that's his prerogative. But then if I stumble, don't jump out of the bushes and say, oh, look, it's Sunshine Shoes. Don't do that, man. Because y'all really aren't listening. I know you're not listening because the guys who come over here, I see them make every mistake. They make it as if they're not bloggers like me on here warning them, telling them what's going on over here. They make the big mistakes, man. They come over here, they marry women with 4 or 5 children. They build these big old houses that they can never sell. Okay? They go broke, some of them, and go back home. It's like, why did you do all of that in the first place? I don't get it. He said, don't fold your royal flush. But we do. I wish there was a Sunshine Shoulders on YouTube when I started coming over here. There wasn't. There was one guy, really, he wasn't even on YouTube. I wasn't following YouTube. I'm sure there was some channels. I wasn't following. It wasn't as big as it is now. YouTube really didn't get big. I think YouTube started in 2005 or something. In 2009, hell, it wasn't much going on. I really don't know when YouTube, but it wasn't that old when I started coming over here. There was a guy who actually had a website, and he was, what was his name? Mindanao Bob. He had all the information. Okay, everything we're talking about, he was just talking about it. He would do blogs on his website, dating, crime, and everything like that. There was no YouTube channels, man. Because I wouldn't have did the stuff I was doing, man. I did a lot of stuff wrong over here, man. I gave money away. Everything I talk about, I did. I don't want to be a hypocrite. I'm not going to tell you to do something and then I'm doing it. But I can go back and say, in hindsight, I should have did this. When I made the video, it's too late. Man, if I could come over here again, which obviously I can't, I would be single. I would not have nobody living with me, man, because you could still, enjoy whatever it is you're trying to enjoy without somebody living with you. Because the conflict eventually going to come. The pushback's going to come. There's a lot of things I would have done differently. What's up, Jabraz? He said, Calvin is absolutely right. He said, once your boots on the ground, he said, you realize there are way more women than expats. Go to any mall, coffee shop. You have to pursue them, and there are plenty of them, even on the dating sites, which is where we meet the women. It's just there's women who have never been chosen on those dating sites. If a man is sincerely looking for a woman and he gets on that dating site, he's going to find somebody. But it's different for the woman. Okay? It's different. A lot of these women, man, they've been on the dating site for years. They never find anybody. We don't know. All we want, honestly, is some pussy. That's right. Okay, so you got a young, attractive woman. Okay, he's willing to, all you got to do, because they're going to make all the promises, remember? They're going to sign that unspoken agreement online, before you even get here. Just make it over here. You can do anything to me. And guys are coming over here, man, and they're done after that. They're absolutely done. There's nothing I'm going to say. They overstay. Okay, they don't want to go home. Like, dude, pay your immigration. Pay that. What is it now? It's only like $24, right? It's less than $24 right now with the dollar being as high as it is. Okay? It's not that much. They won't do it. They sprung, man. They get whipped over here. It's something they've never experienced before. And they know when they go home, there's no telling when they're going to come back. Or to come back, they got to make that brutal 15-hour trip again. What's up, Marlon? Thanks for that super chat. He said, boss man, when is the cutoff to help with your holiday giveaway for the families there? I hope you're getting some support to accomplish the goal. I've got 4 guys that's helped me so far. The cutoff is, I'm going to do the drawing on Christmas Eve, Marlon. We helped 10 families last year. We gave them $5,000 each. I at least want to do that. So the 4 guys and me is 5. But no matter what I get, I'm going to give it to the people anyway. He said, I went to IT Park and was talking to the Grab driver. He said the young girls have babies and meet foreigners to take care of their babies and their family. He said it's being taught to do it. I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it, but I know it's a game being played over here, and I think you know it too. But when you tell guys that, they won't believe it. They're the exception to the exception. The woman's the exception. Okay, she don't want me for my money, they'll say. She wants me for my good looks and intelligence. We got to talk more about this because guys aren't listening 53 Shades Darker. I used to think they were listening. They're not, man. They don't care nothing that you say. If you say, okay, from my experience, okay, when you date a single mother, and y'all know me and Marilyn's been together for 6 years, okay, she had 2 daughters. When I say, man, it's expensive, it's going to take up a whole lot of your money because you got to be responsible for the kids now, which I don't have a problem with it. You sign up for that. They won't listen. They're like, I don't know what I'm talking about. So then when they come over here and then they talk about a budget, that's blowing your budget out of the water, dude. They're not everything that we warn against over here, guys are going to do it. And then they'll push back and say, oh, it's what men do. No, man, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. There's a guy from Kentucky, man. Me and him chat back and forth on WhatsApp, man. He just keeps on making the same mistake. I'm like, stop sending that woman money. She don't care about you, dude. You 70, she's 19. You know, everything he sends her, he bought a motorcycle, she sold it. He bought it, you know, so her and she got a little baby, so they can get around. She sold it. Oh, I want a house and a lot. So he buys a little piece of land with basically a little cuba on it. She sells it. Now the lady contacts me out of the clear blue sky. Oh, can you talk to Walter? He done gave her my Sunshine Shoulders messenger. She contacts me. He wants me to talk on his behalf and get a lawyer and stuff about buying her grandfather's land. I said, lady, do not contact me again with that. I don't know him like that. Oh, man. He said, me and Bob had a stroke about a month ago. Oh, man. I'm sorry to hear that. This guy was way ahead of anybody. I don't care who you're talking about. He came to the Philippines years and years ago and said, I don't want the 30-year mortgage. I don't want to work for somebody for 40 years. He said he realized that early, and he came to the Philippines. But he moved back to the United States because he's got a special needs son. And once the special needs son grew up, you know, he wanted a job. And, you know, he knew in America that he'd be able to get the opportunities for his son. Because here, he's just not going to get it. So they moved back to America a few years ago, not that many years ago. After being here, I think 30 years or something. He said, usually the most beautiful women are with children. We know why. Yeah. Now, it's funny because a guy that I did a consultation with, he's here now. And, oh, man, he's got this beautiful woman, man. I mean, she's gorgeous, man, real 10, but she's got 2 children. But he don't care. Okay? But you're right about that. I mean, this woman's beautiful, man. I mean, I don't know if anybody would throw her back. But she's got 2 kids. And, you know, and some guys are going to say, oh, I'm not going to fool with a single mother. But you'll probably fuck a single mother. But you won't be in a relationship with her. Because this woman was a 10. Okay, then I don't use that term loosely. I mean, there was nothing. I mean, if he wouldn't have told me she had 2 kids, I wouldn't have known it. Yeah, you know, but you can't blame them. You can't blame them. And remember, it's two sides to that story. The man's coming over here. See, we always talk about it. You know, we talk about this all the time. But the woman won't. 53 Shades Dark and what she's trying to get in the game she's playing. We don't talk about the man now. Remember, they just talked. Old dog had a 21-year-old deaf mute. This girl was deaf. Now she's pregnant. She said it's by the foreigner. And he's giving her 2,000 pesos a month or something like that. We never hear that side of the story. It's some ornery, low-down dogs that come over here, and they take advantage of these women. Okay? We never talk about that. I won't talk about it. It's not not for me to talk about. The Filipino vloggers should talk about that. They should give their side of the story. We talk about the Filipino over here and what she's trying to do, the game she's trying to play, what she's trying to get out of us. There's 2 sides to that. Okay, and people don't want to talk about that. What do we want? Why are we coming over here? And if you ask guys that, they lie. They're not going to tell you the truth. But they'll tell you, oh, look at the scam of women over here. They just want your money. Well, what do you want over here? Why are you coming 8,000 miles? We should be asking you that. We should be asking the man that. Why you come all this way? For all this expense, all the time and effort it takes to get to the Philippines. Why in the world are you here, man? Okay? But we won't answer that question. We push it on the woman. You know, I was going to talk about that. And since you brought it up, you know, a lot of women over here have UTIs, and they'll transfer that to you because, you know, we don't wear condoms. We don't wear condoms at all. It's not because they don't want you to wear them. You don't want to wear them, Frank. Okay. But there's a high incidence of UTI. I was talking to a guy, he's got one. But the woman warned him, said, hey, you know, I got a UTI. He didn't care. He went up in there anyway. Well, now you got it. And it's usually gone in, you know, 24 to 48 hours. It usually comes from when a woman wipes her butt. And then, you know, if it isn't from the front to back, it's usually from back to front. She may get something in her stream, a urine stream. But that's comes from not wearing condoms. We don't wear condoms over here. I mean, we really, really, really uh, trust these women with our lives. Okay, we trust these women with our lives. Hey, Sam W. Thanks for that super chat. No, I mean, thanks for your support. He said, when did you plan to do that 10,000 peso apartment video? I already did it. I actually did it twice. It's already on my channel, Sam. Put $175 apartment in my search of my videos, and it'll come up. You're not gonna get a better deal in all the Philippines. Okay, that's the thing about living in a place like St. Carlos City. The guy asked me the other day, he said, what's the difference in cost of living in Manila and St. Carlos? I said, big, because that apartment is in an upper middle class neighborhood. It's extremely clean. I've sent several guys, some of my subscribers have stayed over there for that 10,000 to, you know, to get their feet wet. You know, Geechee Lamb was there. That's where he started out at. Yeah, but what do we pass? You know, because I did some research when the guy told me, he said, yeah, man, I call it UTI. And I was like, well, I hear that all the time. Let me look that up and where does it come from? A lot of times it comes from after you have sex, instead of just getting right up and taking a shower, washing off. And that can, you know, that can cause a UTI. But it's not like uh it's like AIDS or something like that. But that's what happens when you don't use a rubber. He said Tom Matunga, he said UTI, you know. There's no telling what we're passing to the women. We won't go to the doctor and check a physical before we get over here. We won't even do that for your own self. Yeah, we won't, you know, this is what we should ask guys. We always put it on the woman and what she's trying to do over here and the game she's playing. When we're playing all those games and more, it's some army low down son of a guns that come to the Philippines, man. I'm sorry. And Thailand and Cambodia and different places like that. It's a different type of expat that comes over here. Okay. Hey, what's up? Roger? Yeah, he's over here now. You know, he's one of the good guys. He said, good morning, Cal and everyone. I leave tomorrow for Tanam Beach. He's in Thailand right now. Well, I know you don't miss that cold weather in Alabama. But yeah, it's a different, and that's what I was telling you about a lot of these guys that go broke. Hell, they were broke before they got here. Okay? I'm just telling you. And I'm feel sorry for the Filipino because she don't know. You know, they think we all got money. I feel sorry for them who get mixed up with those guys like that. The 21-year-old deaf girl probably, that's what, you know, she's thinking. Oh, this guy's really, they trust us, man. They literally put their lives in our hands. And some guys, man, We take that for granted, man. There's some hungry suckers over here. He said a woman is the last thing you should worry about. Could you expand on that statement you mentioned? Thank you. Well, it is. I mean, if nothing else, you're going to have a woman over here because you're the prize. Western foreign men are in demand over here. Okay, all you got to do at any point over here is get on a dating site. You're going to find a woman. What you should do if you're serious about coming over here for 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years, or the rest of your life is to get you an itinerary together. Build a life around you first, man. Take care of what you need to take care of first. We put the woman first. It's like coming to the Philippines with a 100-pound backpack on. Imagine, okay, do that. Walk around all day with a 100-pound backpack on. Your ass gonna be wore out. It'd be different if now I've got my place, I got my transportation, I got my feet wet, I know how to get around. Now here comes the woman. Now, okay, I'm rested up from that long-ass trip. Okay, I've got an idea of how much money I'm going to need. Okay, now you got the woman. Because all you got to do is get on the dating site. There's a woman there, ready, willing, and waiting, man. Okay, I can't make it any more simpler than that. I mean, we need this assurance over and over and over for some reason. And it has to do with the self-esteem issue. But I want to talk about a little bit about the I don't know. He said, do they have stem cell therapy in the Philippines? I don't know. He said, how's the VA medical facilities there in the Philippines? It's actually a clinic. And you can't just walk in. You got to sign up online, make an appointment, and also the is it foreign medical program you have to sign up for too. That's more like the inpatient. But the VA medical is like it's a clinic here. And it's down the street from the U.S. Embassy in Manila. Yeah, he said, I saw a guy who looked like deep fried pig feet, and he has over 100 likes on Tinder. The first day in Philippines. Calvin's right. I mean, it's not even about being right, man. It's just telling you the truth. You don't have to worry about having a woman over here, man. We didn't create the rules. We didn't create this game. We're just growing up in it. Okay? Long before you was a twinkle in your daddy's eye, this stuff was going on, man. For whatever reason or not, don't blame me. If I don't talk about it, doesn't mean it's not happening. But I think it's time that we stop putting everything on the woman and what she wants and all this. What do you want? Why are you coming all the way over here? Be honest with yourself. But we can't. We lie about every damn thing. He said, I was watching one of your old videos and you were suggesting April a good time to come here, or February. The reason I said April is because, see, March is summer over here. And tickets tend to be a little bit more expensive because it's the summer months over here. It's like March to like June. Okay, and then it's after the rainy season. But it is the summer. February is a good time. It's, next month, January, is like the end of the rainy season. But it hasn't rained that much. Depending on what part of the Philippines you're going to. But really, let me be honest with you, Ron. There is any time's a good time to come over here. But you better know where you're going. You better know the weather patterns where you're going. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Anytime, guys, is a good time that you can cut you out some time to come over here, But if you come during the rainy season, especially in Luzon, you're going to get a lot of rain. Hey, Sam, thank you for the super chat. He says, I'm planning to check out Rojas, where my buddy is, for a few weeks, then San Carlos City after that to see if those two areas the beginning of next year. Yeah, San Carlos City is a nice place. It's slow though here. You know what I mean? If you have to be retired here. Okay, I mean it's a slow pace. It's very clean. This place is nice, but it's not Cebu. It's not even Dumaguete. But if you get that itch, you can go to Bacolod City. You can go to Dumaguete. You can go to Cebu. You can go to Iloilo. Okay, but this is for somebody who's retired, who likes a quiet life. Okay, the lush green lawns over here, and a lot of shade and everything. But if you're looking for nightlife and big malls and movie theaters and all that, you're not gonna find that here. But yeah, thanks for that super chat. Yeah, he said FMP is for vets through the VA. Yeah, they only cover your rated issues through the VA. They either pay directly to the VA or you have to pay and file a claim. Thanks for that information. He said, I was there last summer in April. The weather was so nice. Didn't rain one day during my 2 weeks. Yeah, you know, there's no really best time, honestly, especially if you've never been to the Philippines in any time. But I did say April. It just depends on where you're going. And maybe because I came in April. See, when I came to the Philippines in April 2009, he said, enjoying a live blues concert tonight in Virginia. I catch the stream tomorrow. Hey, man, enjoy yourself. See, that's something that the Philippines has here too, live music. I mean, if you go in one of the big cities, man, even Dumaguete, if you go to the, what's that called, the Honeycomb, which is next to the whatnot, I believe on the weekends, Friday, Saturday, they have live bands there. But anywhere in Cebu, Manila especially, if you like live music, even, man, I was in Zamboanga one time, and we were at this place closed down. I can't think of the name of this. Uh, Alejandro's was the name of the place. You talking about, man, one of the best bands I've ever seen live. I'm talking about the male vocalist and the woman vocalist. They could sing anything, and they had a live band behind them. Man, you talking about a good time. We had a great time. He said, Cal, when I return to the States, my standards has been raised because of the women of such higher quality than in America. I'm not only talking about looks, the levels of respect and higher. It's different. And you get spoiled over here. You get spoiled over here. There's good women in America. Everybody's not leaving. But for most of us, the options that we've got in America, it can't compare to the options you have over here. I mean, I got it good, man. I don't care what anybody says. And I know if I go back to America, I'm not going to have it anywhere near as good as what I've got over here. I'm just being honest. And, yeah, your standards have changed. That's why it's crickets when you go back home, because you can't go from being with Maryland and then now you're going with a big Shirley. I mean, it's just not going to happen. When I came to the Philippines in 2009, man, I was in bad shape. I was going through a divorce, separation, getting ready to divorce. I thought my equipment had stopped working. And man, I wasn't, man, my wife was not turning me on. Shit. I got here, man. I've been on 12 cylinders ever since. Okay, he says quiet. That's why I favor San Carlos. I'm not a nightlife type of by any means. And a lot of guys, there's a brother who, I don't know where he lives. He might live in those apartments, but he's an exercise enthusiast. And I see him every morning when I walk, him and his girlfriend. They take their shoes off and they walk in the grass. But he's a cool guy. He said he's traveled around and they settled on San Carlos. They really like it here. Yeah, he said the rain helps to cool things off. It's the weather's perfect after around 5 o'clock all the way to about 6 in the morning in the Philippines. Uh, After 6 o'clock, around 7 o'clock, all bets are off. I mean, it's super hot. I mean, and then if you're here in May when it's 100 degrees and 70 degrees, I mean 70% humidity, good luck. You better know where you're going. You better have a beeline. There's no time to be playing around in between there. You better know where you're going. Yeah, I mean, some of the best live bands I've seen have been here. I remember when I was still with my wife, we were in the Mall of Asia and we came across the street for dinner. And after dinner, we just walked down, man. And this band was singing cover. They were a stylistics cover band. I mean, it sounds just like the stylistics. They did all the songs. Bet You by Golly, Wow, everything. Stone in Love with You. Sound just like them. He says it's been raining on Koi Samal Island for 3 days and still raining. I like the rain at night, man. I like the rain at night. He said, yeah, I like that chick at your meet and greet, great singer. And I'm going to tell you, see, they're so shy and bashful. I want to pay her to sing for my channel. I just want to have her sing on a live stream one time. Have her and her, she got a guitar. Come in my living room and I set it up. And she does a set. I was going to give her 5,000, man. She's so shy. She won't do it. She's still in going to school. That lady can sing, man. I mean, she can absolutely sing. If she was in America, she'd be making good money singing. I do have it good, man. That's why I made that video today. Sometimes you make videos like that because we all over the place about stuff we talk about. But sometimes you just gotta stop and say, "Hey, man, look, I really got it good over here, and you could too." A lot of men over here. I told you I was with the guy in Bacolod, man. This guy's living his best life over here. I mean, he just is. It's so many you can't count, but they don't upload content on YouTube. If you're basing the Philippines on what you see on YouTube, man, you ain't scratching the surface. You got to come over here, okay, and talk to more people, the people who aren't on YouTube, who got these damn pieces, man. They're living their best life. And this guy in Bacolod, he was a young brother, man. He looked to be, just from his looks and the way he got around, I'm going to say he was 50. He was no more than 55. Had the brand new truck, big, beautiful house, beautiful wife. She was a nurse. But that's just one. What y'all do is y'all look at us and say, oh, the Philippines is nothing. And you go by the bloggers you see, man, you only scratch the surface, guys. Okay? If you come over here, you'll be shocked, man. It's the way some of these guys is living over here. Okay? I mean it. I mean, they're just taking advantage of the low cost of living, the beautiful weather, the women, the whole 9 yards, man. Yeah. If you ever get a chance to watch the documentary of this guy who joined Journey, it's a great documentary. I mean, he came in and it's like he saved that group for real. He sounds just like the original guy. They're the world's greatest impersonators over here as far as music. But yeah, he's really a great singer, man. But yeah, I was trying to get that woman to do a live show, man. She's so shy and bashful, man. She won't do it. Man, that's an easy 5,000 pesos. for about, an hour. Where you gonna get that over here? I just said, just do your set. She agreed, and I haven't seen her since. Every now and then I'll see her at the gym because she comes over there. But most of the time, they're not gonna do it. Yeah, he sounds just like Steve Perry. And see, a lot of times, guys be like, well, I can't be replaced. I'm leaving the band. And hell, they replaced him with a guy that sounds just like him, better than him, because he was younger. His voice was stronger. I mean, he couldn't write. I mean, let's give Steve Perry his flowers, though. He wrote a lot of them big hits for Journey. And he's not Steve Perry, but hell, he's a good enough impersonator, man, that they going on world tours and stuff like that. They didn't skip a beat. Yeah, this woman's got big talent. I mean, really big talent. And see, this is Frank Tate. His wife's got a YouTube channel, but he don't. He's living really, really good up there in Manila, man. You got to come and talk to guys like Frank Tate if you want to get a real kind of feel of what it's like to live over here. We're judging it on the wrong things, man. He says, I've never had the peace that I've had in my life since I came here. The same with me. You got a beautiful wife, man. She's a great cook. You living your best life, man. But they think it's all the Philippines is what they see on YouTube. There's not enough YouTubers over here. You don't see enough of the Philippines. We're going to Panglao, but I've showed you Panglao before. There's guys who travel around, but there's not enough, man. We need more viewpoints. But people are afraid. Oh, I don't want those guys coming out to me. I was telling the guy, he lives, I'm going to talk to him today. He's got a hell of a story. He got a YouTube channel, but I don't think any of us would watch it, But I said, man, why don't you come on my channel and tell your story? He said, man, I'm just so afraid of the trolls. I said, man, you can't let people like that scare you away from telling your story. They're bullies, really. They're cyber bullies, really. I said, you can't let them win. So I think I've talked him into, man, he's got a heck of a story where he got with the Filipina. The first woman he was with over here, they opened up a gym because he's a karate expert and everything. And after a year, he walked away from the relationship, left her everything. He went broke over here, man. He's got a hell of a story. Now, hell, he lives in the rich neighborhood over here. But I'm going to let him tell the story. But it's a lot of guys, he's been here in the Philippines since 2011. He went home for 1 year. He's a nurse. Man, this guy's got a hell of a story. This is who we need more people. Not the people who just get off the damn plane that these guys are interviewing. Okay? And what can they tell you about the Philippines? They just got here. Nothing. We need more veterans, man, who've been over here for a long time. What's up, Confident Voice Speak? Here's a guy you could talk to. Thanks for that super chat. He said, what's up, Uncle Cal? I'm here at Poolside in Angeles City. He doesn't have a channel. I've met him. Okay, he got a nice looking young woman, man. Young woman. He's living a good life, man. But y'all base it on a few handful. Because there's only a handful of YouTubers over here who gained some traction. And y'all base the Philippines off of that, man. You're selling yourself short. Come over here, you'll see. If the right woman's waiting for you at that airport, man, it's all the difference in the world, guys. Okay? What's up, Michael Alexander? He said, Surrey Island next. Hope it's not raining. Well, hell, you don't want to go now. There's no power. They haven't had power, man. I know Philly in the Philippines had taken a break from vlogging, but he came back to talk about that. He's on Surigao Island. Surigao Island, however you pronounce it. They haven't had power, man, and it's 11 days now since the first. He said, on my way. Yeah, but you're either gonna get it over here or not. Yes, everybody's not gonna like it over here, but the people who like it over here, the people who get it, they wouldn't change this place for anything, man. It's worked out for me. I wouldn't pull your leg. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, man. But it works out for me. I love it over here. It's got that throwback feel to it. Man, the people are just so friendly, man. They treat me like a celebrity. Even before my YouTube channel, but certainly now. Why would I want to go anywhere else? I can visit other places. I mean, no place is perfect. Shit. I know how good I got it. I don't have to lie. When you compare the life I'm living now to the life I left in 2018, there's no comparison. There's no comparison, man. I'm sorry. It's so much better. And my friends and family, they always say, how could it be better? Well, you just got to take my word for it because you're not going to come over here. I'm just telling you. He said, Dad, Master Ricky said, I'll be back soon. I'll lease a house in Butuan. See, I keep forgetting about Butuan. But a friend of mine, he's coming from Butuan to visit us on the 19th. He lives well in a province right outside of Butuan, about 20 minutes, he said. But he's been here before, him and his woman. They're coming back. Sometimes he's on the live stream. But he's living his best life here. He doesn't have a YouTube channel. Well, he does, but he doesn't upload any content. I'll say it again. Don't base your view of the Philippines on what you're seeing on these channels, man. We don't even scratch the surface. He said, thanks for that super chat. He said, I had a guy here that was trying to debate me about the Thailand versus Philippines. I told him I don't deal in stress. Yeah, it's not even worth it, man. If you happy over there, stay happy. Don't give me a headache. I mean, what are we gonna gain out of that anyway? What he might convince you to take a trip to Thailand, that's all. But if you get it over here, you get it. I mean, I ain't got time to be going anywhere, man. If you find, man, if I'm telling you right now, if the right woman's waiting for you at that airport, there's nothing that anybody can say to deter you from this place. And then when you add everything else, the woman's just the icing on the cake. The Philippines is the cake. I'm gonna tell you, man. These beaches and stuff, man, and everything like that. The cost of living, the way the people treat you, they don't bother you. The crime is so low, man. I feel safe here. I mean, I can visit Thailand if I want to, man. I'm not, like I said, I don't deal in stress either. I ain't gonna argue with you, man, about which place is best. Okay, I'm just telling you. I've got it great over here. What's up, Sammy Davis? It's my buddy, man, in Angeles City. He once sponsored the meet greet in Angeles City. He's living his best life. He don't have a YouTube channel. Go up there and see how he's living. He said, you're right, brother Cal. Living here allows me to relive the 80s. Everything here is at a slower speed, and you can walk just about anywhere you need to in our city. Man, look, you preaching to the crowd, to the choir. But I'm glad guys like you and Frank Tate and Confident Voice Speaks, y'all coming forward and bearing witness to what I'm saying, to my video today. It's absolute paradise for some of us over here. For everybody, no, they're going to push back and say, no, the Philippines isn't this, it isn't that. Well, no place is this and that. But if you get the right situation over here, there's no better place to be, man. Okay, sometimes I gotta pinch myself, man. I mean, I really do, because I can only speak for myself. I can't speak for anybody else. He said, would you advise men to wait until 35, 40 for a serious relationship? What are your thoughts? Well, it just all depends. I mean, what do you mean a serious relationship? Getting married or something? If you're 35 and 40, I would come over here. I mean, I would put that on the back burner, man. I would find out as much as I could about the country and whether or not I like it here, whether or not I can even deal with the women here and all of that. The relationship should not be your first priority, because, the guy just asked me, he said, what do you mean that a woman is the last thing you have to worry about? Because it is. Every man who wants a woman over here has a woman, 100%. I mean, you can't, I can't make it any clearer than that. I don't know of anybody over here who wants a woman who doesn't have one. He says, oh, yeah, Thailand's a money trap, a tourist trap, but it's a great country also. Yeah, it is. But Big Shirley's over there in Thailand. And that's why, if all things being equal, I'm taking the Philippines, because Big Shirley's not in the Philippines. Big Shirley's in Thailand. I belong to a group, brothers and sisters in Thailand. And they can go wherever they want to go. I'm not discouraging them from traveling, but I don't want to run into that attitude overseas. I'm sorry. He says he may be in the same area as me. Man, it's 25 minutes from the city. I forgot the name of this place. But I was trying to talk him in, because he's new. He's new over here, but he seems to like it. He moved right to the province. And I was trying to say, look, man, why don't you start out in Butuan? Because he comes to Butuan all the time. I'm like, I don't want to make that 20 or 25-minute ride every single day in a jeepney. But I could just go ahead and be based in the city. And if I want to go in the province to visit our family, then okay, we can do that. But that's just me. He says, I was on a beach in Northeast Mindanao on a Thursday, and I swear I can count the amount of people there on both hands. That's why I love it here. The Philippines does not suffer from over tourism. They were talking about the language barrier in Thailand. I'm like, I don't need the language barrier. Every 5 feet, it's a damn foreigner. Every 5 feet. I had a guy that I met. He brought his whole family to the Philippines because he's earnestly looking for a lower cost of living for his family. They came from Portugal, then they moved to the UK. They're living in the UK now. He was in Bacolod a couple of weeks ago at the same we all had lunch together. And he said he had just come from Thailand. They did 30 days in Thailand. He loved it. He said, Calvin, my only problem I have is just too many foreigners. He didn't want that. He said, you better be in physical shape before your trip, as you are definitely going to lose some weight for sure. Yeah, that's part of the fountain of youth over here. Sunlight, a beautiful woman, you're going to eat, your diet's going to change, and you're going to walk, man. You're going to have a lot more physical activity. And here's my buddy here. He doesn't have a YouTube channel. I know for a fact I've met him several times over here. He came to a few of the meet and greets. Cornelius Mack. He says, I'm living my best life here also. And no one can understand unless they personally experienced it. No way you can explain it to someone back in the Matrix. See, you can't say it any better. But they try to gauge it, Cornelius Mack, by watching our videos. All the Philippines and all of that. you come over here, okay? And if you got the right combination, you put it together over here, man. That's why guys don't leave. Cornelius back. He's here. He could live anywhere in the world. The man's successful. Double retiree. You got enough money to live anywhere on the planet. He's one of those guys I'm telling y'all about. But they choose the Philippines. Why? You got to talk to him. But y'all say all the Philippines is nothing. Well, why do guys like Cornelius Mack and different ones, so many more, who could live anywhere they want, they choose the Philippines? Infrastructure has nothing to do with it, guys. Okay? I'm sorry. What's up? I love LaChon. You know, he's got a young wife. Sexy wife, probably bends over backwards for him. Cornelius does. Living his best life up there in Luzon. Nice house, nice car, the whole 9 yards, man. But you'll never see him with a channel. Yeah, he said no big Shirley's for me. Yeah, they're coming in droves to Thailand. That's the new spot. And Thailand's always been the spot, but now the big Shirley, man, they're coming in droves. And you run into that attitude. They want to know where they can get their hair braided and all. Where can I get the hair products and all that? That's in Thailand, dude. It's not over here. I'm sorry. And yeah, I'm biased against Big Shirley. I do not want that attitude in my retirement. I'm sorry. He says, I've been seeing where men rent Filipinos. Isn't that just a different way of saying she's a prostitute? I've been seeing those stupid videos, man. It's bullshit. They're all, you know, if I made a video like that, they'd report me. You know that shit ain't going on over Thomas. Yeah, I said, yeah, you can rent them. It's only just a bar girl. What is that? What self-respecting woman would let you rent her? That's clicks and views, which I don't blame them. That's what people on YouTube for, clicks and views. But I've been seeing those videos, man. But like I was saying before, Thomas, you're over here living your best life, by the way. I love Argyle where you live. I've been there a couple of times. But instead of the Filipina telling you what she likes, she wants to speak for all Filipinos. She won't tell you, oh, you can rent me, or what I like in the bedroom, or what I like in a foreigner. She has behind this what Filipinos want. Okay. And, you know, it's just too general for me. If you do it, are you generalizing? Well, that's exactly what you're doing, man. I don't see no women over here renting themselves. Rent. Yeah, it's a prostitute, a bar girl. What woman over here? Filipinos don't do that, man. I can rent a girlfriend. I saw where the lady said, I think $12 an hour. One video, I think Smart Girl Philippines said, oh, $12 an hour. What? And then I saw another video. I can't think of her name. I can't think of her name. But she's on the video. She got a halter top and shorts. And she, do you want to rent a holiday girlfriend? Come on, guys. He said, that reminds me of hitting a foreign port, and there's a carrier that just let out 6,000 sailors. Every bar I went to was full of American Navy squids. Yeah, we used to tear up cities, man. It was only certain cities we could go to. You know, that's why when we did our Mad Cruise, there's only certain cities that will allow you to dock those carriers. Because you got 6,000 sex star men, man. We're going to tear up a place. When we went to Brazil, we went to Rio, they shipped women in from all over South America to make sure there was enough women there for us for those 5 days and 4 nights. I bullshit you not. Otherwise, we'd have tore Brazil up, man. 6,000 men. We spent 20 million US dollars in those 5 days and 4 nights. In $1980. There's a lot of money, man. A lot of women got paid. I mean, the woman I was with, she was a school teacher. She wasn't even, a sex worker or anything. She was honest. She said, yeah, I've got to make this money now. She said, I'll make as much money in these 4 days than I will for the rest of the year. Hey, Bison Bill, thanks for the super chat. He said, will she move back to the U.S.? Will she leave for others? What do you mean? I don't understand. A lot of times, I made a video. I said, stop. Don't bring your Filipino wife or girlfriend back home. What I was telling Bison Bill was the risk you take when you do it. I wasn't telling guys not to do it because most Filipinos, when you take them back, they don't do anything. They don't run off. They don't cause you any problems. They do exactly what you thought they were going to do. Majority of them get jobs, work, and do their part. And you live happily ever after. But I was just telling you the risk. Because there's another story where they say, oh, don't take them back. You're going to westernize them. Well, the minute they start dealing with you, they're westernized. You're going to give them a Western lifestyle. Okay? I've westernized Maryland. Maryland, we live a Western lifestyle here. Okay? She's spoiled. Okay? She's probably not going to ever go. If we split up, she would have no choice but to date another foreigner because she wants the same lifestyle. She's not going back down, ever. Okay? It's just too hard to do. So, but most of the women, see, Bison, we get unlucky over here. We don't get lucky because most of the women that we deal with are good women. Were that not the truth, the Philippines would be littered with our bodies because we stick our necks out there. They don't cut them off. Okay, but you can rush. You can choose the wrong woman. It happens. But most of the time, the women that you get, they're good women. I'm going to be honest with you. Okay, I've had 4 relationships over here. Okay. All of them were wife material. Okay, and as a matter of fact, they're all, okay, wifed up. Okay, 2 of them are in America. 2 of them are here. You can go wrong because we're in a hurry, man. We're in a hurry. We won't take suggestions from other men. But what we'll do is we'll wait for you to stumble and we'll say, oh, look. It's like, Gio's got a lot of experience over here. Okay, you can take what he says. It's more like my father was a preacher, and he's always used to say this, I promise you. Do as I say, not as I do. Because my father, man, would drink. He messed with women, but he was giving good information. If nothing else, he can show you what not to do. Okay. And that's what, a lot of us do. We show you what to do and what not to do. I think, if I'm not mistaken, because I don't really watch a lot of his videos, but I saw in her comments, because they're thirsty. They're coming after that woman already. They would jump in bed with her right now. Yeah. Her pussy's not even dry from the last time they had sex, but they wait to jump in. They said, oh, well, Gio said he wouldn't date a woman with a tattoo or a single mother. Well, see, maybe him putting that information out there would make you think twice about doing it. Instead of saying, oh, look, you did it. Maybe why don't you listen to what he's saying? If you see a woman with, her whole arm, because I'm going to tell you, man, Philippines, man, they don't do that. That is something. Now, if they have a butterfly here or something, or on their thigh or something, I'm talking about when they have the damn body and everything, and a big tattoo here, the whole leg, man, that's saying something. Okay, that's a warning for you when you see a woman over here. They're conservative. Okay, a whole butt is tattoo. No, I'm staying away from that. Nobody even has to tell me that. Now, Thailand is different because, you know, a lot of that's cultural, but it's not cultural here. Remember the girlfriend that chocolate man in Thailand had, and her whole body was tattooed. But there's something cultural about that, from what I've been watching on YouTube. But over here, if you see a woman like that, man, you better run, man. You know good and well she's been with foreigners. She's liberated, guys. You don't want a liberated woman. You want to liberate her. You don't want somebody else to liberate her. 53 Shades Darker said they can have Thailand. Too much drama over there. Yeah, he said probably a good place to visit temporarily. Looks like it's becoming a place in the U.S. with crime and riffraff. But it's always been a lot of riffraff over there. They've got the highest expat suicide rate and all of that. You know, the Philippines is a lot more calmer. You know, I don't know if the Philippines ever wants to get to where Thailand is. Thailand, man, is a whole other beast over here. You cannot compare the two. They're not even, I mean, you're talking about 49 million tourists at their peak in a country of 69 million. That's on a whole other level. Why would you even compare the Philippines to that? That's not comparing apples to apples. I don't know what you comparing. Man, Thailand's nothing to play with, man, when it comes to that. They've already got the infrastructure and everything for those 49 million. But it suffers from over tourism. The air quality and water quality, man, is bad over there. But we don't look that up. We're not worried about that. A country pays a price for over tourism. Look it up if you don't believe me. There's a price that they pay for all those people coming over there. But y'all won't listen. It's something that you need to think about. If you think that they had to shut down Boracay for environmental reasons, what do you think they should be shutting down a lot of those beaches in Thailand, but they don't? Man, when I went to Patio, you could not get in that water, man. It's a beautiful beach road. You don't see people in that water right there on that beach road strip as you coming, toward Walking Street. Man, ain't nobody in that water. You see the boats and you see the, what they call them. Hell, you don't see no damn people in that water. Because I asked them, I was like, well, why ain't anybody in the water? It's like, you can't swim in that water. Yeah, it's talking about $12 an hour. It's bullshit, man. But y'all soak that up. That's entertainment right there. But the lady on that channel never tells you anything about her life. She never tells you what she likes in bed, what she likes in a porn. It would be nice if you saw none of them doing it. From the biggest Philippine blogger over here down to the smallest, they won't do it. They project, they generalize, but if you do it, oh, you're generalizing. Their whole content is generalizing. It would be much more interesting, much more informative if they told you what they like. Okay, do you like the back door, ma'am? Don't talk about do Filipinos like the back door. Do you like it? Do you like, the questions that they ask? I can't do it because they'll deport me. But y'all know what I'm talking about. He says like cheap. Well, Filipinos are loyal, man. If you get the right one, there's always the exception, man. There's bad apples everywhere, Bison. But there's one thing that I've noticed from my 15 years of being over here. No woman I've ever dealt with, man, she was totally committed to me. 100%. Okay, there was nobody else. They're very conservative here. You're going to run into women over here, though, who are loose, who've been liberated, who aren't, who gotten off the beam. You could probably say that anywhere you go, but for the most part, when you meet a woman over here, man, she's got a very low body count. Okay. A lot of Maryland's friends that we go around, they're still married, man. They got married in high school. That's the only man she's ever had. And all of that. But you know, it's a new day now. A new day is dawning with social media and all that. And you know, a lot of the guys that come over here and they mistreat these women. And remember, they go back. Now the woman's left. Now, so what's she gonna do? She can go back on the dating site and end up with one of us. But now we got a woman that you don't want, man. You don't want. Okay. There's guys watching me now who are with women, who are with foreigners, and they're gonna say, "Oh, it worked out for me." I don't want it, man. I don't want it because we're angry. We're nasty. We ask these women to do things that they never think of doing. They're not accustomed to doing. Okay, and this is the problem that I would have going behind one of us. It's different than going behind a Filipino man, you know. He's more interested in the missionary position and all. That's about it. We want to do everything. Okay. He said, for real now, 150 a month in Brazil is good money. Yeah, it's let's see, that would be a good job here, really. Not a call center job or something like that, a nurse or something. But I mean, the women we typically deal with, the guy on here was saying, hey, my woman earns $100 a week working 20 hours. Is that a good job? You tell him, right, it's a good job over here. So if you uh, make that into a 40-hour week, now she's earning 11,000, about $11,600 a week. No, 11,600 pesos a week. I'm sorry. You're damn right. That's a lot. He says, Bison, you might not want to go back to the U.S. I'm not gonna lie. I had no problems with my wife in America. It was only when we came back here. She didn't want to stay here, guys. It wasn't because we didn't get along. It wasn't anything like that. When she went back, I knew that our relationship was gonna be over. I knew, you know, I didn't sign up to live over here by myself. To be apart from her for any period of time. Okay. That's what happened. Women, man, are good women, really. He said Asian women have the lowest divorce rate. But I did a video like that. See, you don't know the plans that her family has for her. She hadn't completed her mission. She had to go back. Her family was probably asking her, like, what's wrong with you? What are you doing here? See, this is conversations you're not privy to. Go back over there. Okay? There's nothing for you over here. Even though she had a college degree, there was nothing for her over here. She had a regular college degree. You know, they can't understand our problems. Our problems are not problems to them. You know, she didn't know that at that time it was one of the lowest times in my life, you know. And that's what I told her. I said, you left me at one of the lowest points of my life. You know, but she didn't understand that because our problems, man, are nothing to them. What they've had to deal with. But that's a discussion you should have with your woman when you take her over there. Like, what are your goals over here? What are you trying to accomplish? Because I never had that discussion with her. So I pulled the plug long before she was ready to come back here for real. But being a good wife, she said, okay, I'm going to go over there. And she didn't last 6 months. But this isn't true, though. He said, you're looking to divorce if you take her back on. It's not true. That's far from the truth. That's far from the truth. Listen, if the woman's going to run off, she's going to run off here. Okay, she's not going to wait. The guys whose woman or wife runs off, those are those 2-week marriages. They come over here and get married on their 2 weeks over here. They don't know the woman at all, okay, and take her back home. Those are the ones who run off. But if you know the woman, if she's going to act up, she's going to act up here. But no, that's not true, man. Of all, and I've said this before, I'll say it again. You know, when you're married to a Filipina, you're going to hang around foreigner Filipina couples. Of all the couples that we hung around with and we socialized with, we were the only one that split up. And the only reason we split up because we came back here, Thomas. If I'd have stayed over there, we'd still be together. Right to this day. Yeah, she said, Cal, I'm glad that you say most or some because my girlfriend has a friend that is one of those that will cause guys to be unlucky. It's sickening the stories I hear. Yeah, but it's really not her fault, though, Confident Voice speaks. She's who she is. We don't take the time to get to know them. We don't take the time to vet them. They open up the legs and that's it. You think, oh, this is a good woman. We don't take the time, man. You got to take the time to get to know these women. And let me be honest, though. Me and my wife had been together for 4 years before I brought her over there. So I had vetted her. I knew her about as well as you could know somebody. Do you really know somebody all the way? No, but you're gonna know their tendencies. See, if you over here with a woman long enough, whether she's messing with other men and all that, that's gonna come out. But we don't give it enough time, man. Guys come over here, man. You would be shocked at the stories, okay, of the situation and how fast people get married and stuff like that. And you wonder, like I said, you'll be surprised that they stay together, not that they split up. Yeah, see, he said my wife could never go back to that province local style living. No. And they're still together. How long y'all been together? I love the chime. A long time. You know, we're judging Filipinos based on these bar girls and stuff and these scammers. But the overwhelming majority of Filipinos that you're going to meet, man, they're nothing like that. They got a very low body count. They want one man and one man only. They're family oriented. They say that for a reason because it's true. Some of them get discouraged. They're not going to do that, man. Hell, there's a lot of good ones. I'm telling you, we're the only couple that broke up. He said, Bison Bill, not all of them will do that. There are some good ones. It takes time to see. There are good ones that will stay the course and be a good partner. Absolutely. Absolutely. But you'll see people in the comments, they'll say that somebody like me or Geo or somebody like that, because of our past, we shouldn't be giving relationship advice. That's bullshit. I want somebody that's been through the ringer, that's been through the ups and downs, that's seen both sides, the good and the bad. I don't want somebody that's only been on that honeymoon period or somebody who's never dealt with a Filipino before, which is what a lot of these uh, armchair bros, and then you got vloggers who've never been in a serious relationship. They don't have a woman now. Those are the ones you don't want to give relationship advice because you got to ask them, well, how do you know? Where's your woman, man? Are you just going by what you're seeing? I can't deal with that. I want somebody with actual experience that's lived with a woman every single day over here. Anybody else, I don't want to hear it. It's bullshit. I don't want to hear that. Yeah, he says that Catholic upbringing. Know what you want. Don't monger in the Philippines. That's for Thailand. It's two different stories. You're right. You certainly can do that over there. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of good women in Thailand. But I don't have any experience in Thailand. So I can't really talk about that. Yeah, it is a personal preference. And it always has been, always will be. But Confident Voice Speaks made a great point. He said the guy wants to try to compare the two. He's like, I don't deal in stress. What good is it going to do, Kevin, if we go back and forth on which place is better? What's that going to do? But I'm going to be honest with you over here. That man, if a woman's got a big tattoo across her chest or her back or something like that, man, okay, you already know she's liberated. Okay, over here, I don't know about any place else, because I'm gonna tell you something. I see it now more than ever. But I never used to see that when I came over here in 2009. It really would have stood out. But if a woman's got a butterfly here or something like that, or something on her ankle or something, you can't really say, you can't tell too much. But when they got that thigh, that whole thigh and all of that, come on, man. You already know. That's not something that's normal over here. He said these dudes never mention how they act back home, back on the hamster wheel. We're not perfect either. Yeah, that's right. But that's what they do. See, they're sitting back and they watch you stumble, or you'll say something about yourself because they don't know anything about you for real, only what you tell them. And then they'll use it against you like, come on, man. How you going to judge me? Look in the mirror, dude. Like you really walk in a straight line. If you walk in a straight line, very few people walk in a straight line that's dealing with this Philippine genre. Okay, you might as well be real with yourself. You can lie to me all day long. These guys, all of a sudden, they're the perfect. If you're the perfect father or husband, okay, then why are you on these? Why are you watching these vlogs? Why are you following these channels? You a manga like everybody else. You came 8,000 miles. You part of the 8,000 mile club, or you a wannabe 8,000 mile club member. We're all in it together. But we'll try to knock each other. We'll try to say, oh, I'm doing it better than you. See some of these clowns, man. They look like clowns. The grown men making videos like, dude, you know better than anybody else. You did the same thing everybody else did. Now all of a sudden, you're trying to make it seem like, oh, I did it better than you. You look like a fool. You went through the same process as everybody else. Okay? If somebody else would have showed up before you, you wouldn't be married to your wife. She'd be married to somebody else. That's the nitty gritty. It's first come, first serve. You guys aren't special. We're not special, man. You're special to yourself. And then you prove it later on to the lady, oh, am I really the real deal? But you're not this special in their eyes in the beginning. He says, I don't feel strongly enough about the topic, but Vietnam would be my pick for the Joe that wants to try something different from the Philippines, but it's at least primarily just trying to date. I was just seeing something about Vietnam, guys, in the comments. A guy said, why you should come to Vietnam, right? And then some guys like, man, my dating experience in Vietnam was all messed up. It's really a preference. You can go to all of them. I'm not going to sit around anymore. I just don't do it. I don't see a point in doing it and saying, oh, this is better than this and all of that. Because if you talk to a guy who's solid in his foundation in Cambodia, because there is a guy, his name is Ed Travels. You have very little people who talk about Cambodia, but he swear Cambodia is his talent to him. He was on my panel one time. I'd love for him to come back on here. Cambodia is his Thailand or Philippines or whatever it is. He's got a solid foundation there. He's found what he was looking for in Cambodia. Okay, and my hat's off to him and anybody else. I'm not going to put a person down because they choose the Philippines or Malaysia or whatever it is. But we get off on that stuff comparing. We always want to compare. My retirement is better than yours. My expat destination is better than yours. I'm not going to do it, man. It's too much of a headache. I'm not going to do it. Wherever you happy, man, I'm happy. Okay? I got a good foundation here. I can go and visit those other places. But I'm coming home for supper. I can go out there and, and work up an appetite. But I'm coming home for supper, man. Okay, I know what side my bread is buttered on. He said the visa situation is only a slight improvement to Thailand. He said both are 90 days now that Thailand changed. But there's no hard cap on the number of visa runs. Well, see, that's good. Yeah, he said, I consider myself fortunate, not special. But that's what we want to do. We want to say, I'm doing it better than you. Not that that's going to get you anything. That's only in your mind. I'm not going to argue with you. Okay, I'm glad you're happy. But you're not, from the looks of it, you're not doing anything special. You picked off the same dating sites everybody else is getting their women from. Okay? She probably did the same thing we all do when we meet each other over here. I don't see anything special about that. Those are weak men to do that. If you got to sit there and say, oh, my woman's better than yours, or my life is better than yours, if it's not apparent, if I just can't look at you and see that you're happy, that you have to beat your damn drum to make me notice it, then it's probably not true. What times it travels? What's up? He said, Cal, I love that video regarding making money on YouTube. All them armchair bros talking about Cal didn't retire the right way. Like a bunch of those clowns. Yeah, they're always in a competition. The point of the video I made was to make people put some respect on YouTube. What times it travels. Okay. And like, it's no shame to have a YouTube channel. They try to shame us over here into making it seem like there's something wrong with you to have a YouTube channel. Money is money, okay? However you earn it, as long as you earn, it's nothing illegal. I was just putting out facts to say, put some respect on that, man. YouTube is not some joke place. Over the last 4 years, 100 billion. And those same guys that were commenting don't realize that they're logged in to their YouTube profile. They have a YouTube channel. They're just not getting paid. But YouTube is earning money off of them. So they're no better. But they see that's the whole point. I'm better than you. I don't need a YouTube channel. You're not better than me. When the top 10 earners on YouTube earned $30 million last year, on average, and you're better than them, because you got to talk about all of YouTube. You can't just, set us apart from all the other YouTube, because there's people over here earning 15, 20, 25,000 a month over here. You think you better than them? They're just not going to tell you. Okay? That's all I'm saying. These guys use that excuse, oh, I want my privacy. Dude, we live in the age of mass surveillance. You have no privacy. other than when you shut your bathroom door, your bedroom door. Everything you do, everywhere you go is being tracked. Every single thing. You buy something on Amazon, it shows up on your Facebook. Me and Merlin, we laid here watching TV and just talk about certain destinations. I'll be damned, it's on Facebook. They're spanned through your cell phone, your computers. You have no privacy, dude. What you talking about? Y'all crazy. It's just a point of trying to say I'm better than you. And you are in your own mind. What did Jesse Jackson say? In my dreams, I always win. In your mind, you're always gonna win. You're always gonna be the better. But that's not gonna add up to anything at the end of the day. And some guys on there says he values his privacy, what time to travel. Then he says, oh, I'm a multi-millionaire. Dude, your whole name is showing. And now you're talking about you a multi-millionaire living in the Philippines. Well, I thought you valued your privacy. You're lying anyway. That's the number one thing men lie about, the financial status. Number two is their relationship status. What's up, 53 Shades? He said, my wife, who is an original Filipina, non-crispy, said most. Not all the girls with huge tattoos on thighs, shoulders, backs are highly likely to have a past like Walker Street type for sure. No, that's not what we're saying. We're saying it should be a red flag. It should be a red flag. Just like if you meet a woman who says, yeah, I've dated a foreigner before, I've been married to a foreigner before, there should be a red flag. It should make you caution. You know, red means a lot of times it means stop, but it can also mean caution. That's all. But we rush in. We rush in over here. And we don't even give it chance for the relationship to evolve. And we're already marrying and all of that. And then guys are surprised when it doesn't work out. Why are you surprised? You should be surprised if it works out. That's the people you, hey, well, what's going on over there? Yeah, I don't get into that. My expat destination is better than yours. Yeah, see, this is what a lot of people don't do, women and men. They're afraid to talk about their real situation. I'm not. I think that's the only way I'm going to make my point. I believe that's the reason why my channel gains some traction. You see people on here with the balls enough to talk about their life. You know, basically in a general way, for real. You guys don't know no more about me than what I told y'all about. The only way you're going to protect your privacy is to go off the grid. Now you can't work. You better be a multi-millionaire then. You can't work. You got to have somebody to, how you going to eat? We going to hunt and everything out in the wilderness and all that. You're not going to do that. Okay? You forever tied to that matrix, to this system. You can't have a driver's license. You can't have a passport. Certain cars, man, there's a great video, a documentary that was done several years ago. I was still in the States. I hadn't moved here yet. But a man was talking about what it takes to get off the grid. Because he said, even a car you're driving, it has certain GPS type settings where they know where your car is. Certainly, if you're carrying this damn cell phone around, even when you cut the damn thing off, you're being tracked, man. You ain't got no privacy. It's only in your mind. Edward Snowden blew that wide open, guys. That's why they want him so bad. They're not gonna get Edward Snowden thinking you doing something in secret. Okay, when you swipe that Kroger card and you get those points, dude, they tracking what you buying and everything. Y'all living in some type of delusion. Your freedom been gone. Yeah, he's talking about your privacy. The cat's out of the bag. It's too late. He said we all do the same. Yeah, just don't come over here broke if you want to have a good life. Yeah, but you have people at every stage of your life, they want to compare. It shows you how weak you are. I'm not going to compare. I know I've got a good life. I don't have to compare it against somebody else. And you know what they say? If you're going to brag about your money and everything like that, do it around people who got just as much as you or more. And you'll see how stupid you look. Okay? But they want to make you think that their life is so much better than yours. I'm like, dude, you ain't got nothing to prove to me. You look weak doing that. This is they stoop to that level. He said, I don't see how having a YouTube channel is losing. They stoop to that level. They want to be better than you. They want to show, I don't need, instead of just saying, you know what, man, I wish I could have a monetized YouTube channel, but I just don't think I got the talent. My content is not profound enough to gain the traction to earn enough money to make it worth my while. Some people, though, they document their lives. The fact is, if you're making comments in my YouTube, or if you making comments on my live stream, you have a YouTube channel. You just haven't uploaded any content. My question is, why aren't you trying to get some of that 100 billion? And it continues to grow. 2.7 billion people watch YouTube every day, and it's getting bigger, bigger. Why aren't you trying to get in on that? If you honestly could, you would. It's just you can't. So they're being, instead of them saying, okay, wishing you the best of luck, because I don't know how to perform open heart surgery. I wish I did. Look at how the money they're earning. But I'm not going to try to ridicule them for being a cardiologist, but that's exactly what they're doing. They're looking stupid when they do that. When there's people earning, man, just the 10th person, okay, the top 10 earners on YouTube. Number 10 earned 11 million last year. Number 1 earned 82 million. And it's all in between there, but the average was exactly 30 million. That's a lot of money, man. And it doesn't matter how you earning your money. Money's money. When you show up at Save More, they're not gonna say, hey man, where'd you get that money? We don't accept YouTube money here. You think the women over here don't accept YouTube money? They do. And what they don't tell you is YouTubers, man, people become famous on YouTube. Their careers start on YouTube. Everybody has a YouTube channel. I don't care how famous you are. But see, here's what the people are really jealous of, okay, about Philippine bloggers. I mean, foreigners who are blogging in the Philippines, who got channels like mine and bigger ones. Is there celebrities over here? See, Filipinos, they look at blogging differently than what you do in the West. Oh, he's just a YouTuber over there, not over here. Okay, you're much bigger than that. And that's what they don't like. Yeah, TJ, he gives a lot of information. He's speaking from personal experience. But at the end of the day, it's personal choice too, guys. Okay. He says all Asian countries have different pros and cons, but the English speakers in the PI is the key to a healthy relationship. And this is something that people don't stress enough, Harvey, is how important communication is in a relationship. It's very important. And what I see is a lot of the guys who live in these other countries, they have a Filipino girlfriend, though. How many of them who left the Philippines? All the Philippines isn't good enough. Okay, but I'm gonna pick a born and bred Filipina. Okay, but the Philippines isn't good enough. She's born and bred in the Philippines. She is the Philippines. You carrying the Philippines with you everywhere you go. The Philippines isn't good enough. But communication is very important. And that's why women here, when you decide, oh, I'm going to date a Filipina or a Thai or whatever it is, and they can understand your language, but you can't understand them, you're at a grave disadvantage. Over here, they can speak English, Harvey, but they don't. They know how, and they do it. They're just trying to be nice to you. He said in order to have privacy nowadays, you'd have to live like Ted Kaczynski. Yeah. And they even knew where he lived. His brothers and family did. Nobody's going to live like that. These are people, you can't choose your audience. I love the China. So they'll say stuff like that. Oh, I value my privacy. Oh, you think just because you don't have a YouTube, because you're not uploading YouTube content, that you have more privacy than me? No, you have less. Okay, I'm just telling you. Everything you do, you're being watched. It's Big Brother now. It's come to realization. I don't care if you want to admit it or not. You don't think that they know you're on YouTube right now? They do. The minute you log in, it's like a tracking. It's like a GPS. It's something in there to let the people know, yeah, he's on YouTube right now. What's up? W Secret to Success. He said, just tuning in, Cal. Calm down over there. You're scaring the news up. No, this is what sets me apart. This is my this is my style. I'm just telling you that what we make a big deal out of, it's not a big deal. Everybody wants to compare. You're losing when you do that. I'm happy for you, man. I promise you I am. I'm not going to compare my life. I don't have to do that. It's annoying. I know within myself I've got a good life without comparing it against yours. Okay, I'm not trying to be better than anybody else. See, that's why I came up with the 8,000 mile club. You can't deny that. I don't care how much money you earn, where your woman's from. Okay, we're all in this thing together. Now, if you want to try to be the exception, I don't know what you're doing. Yeah, everything, dude. Okay, your license, your passport, you couldn't go anywhere. When you punch that clock, man, they know you at work. There's a record. There's always a record. When you go in the bank, when you go to the ATM machine, where can you go when they're not tracking you? Now they even got, okay, they got CCTVs every damn where. Okay, they sold us on, oh, this is for your protection. Bullshit. They're tracking your ass. They're snooping on you everywhere you go. You cannot go anywhere. What can you do? Put it in here, somebody. Unless you stay in your house and don't go anywhere, where your privacy is not being violated, where they're not. Bush started that. The Constitution. There is no Fourth or Fifth Amendment anymore to the Constitution. They're violating that. But you guys, you don't read. You think because you don't have a YouTube channel, that's the only time they snooping on your stupid ass. Everything you do, everything. The minute you log into Wi-Fi, They own your ass. Excuse me. Even Airbnb is now, they got CCTV. They spying. They want to see what you're doing in the Airbnb now. It's in that fine print that you don't read. You just check the box. There's been cases where people are trying to sue the Airbnb, the host, for spying on them. Dude, you agreed to that in the fine print. Yeah, it's already been out the bag, man. But these guys, they say, oh, that's the reason why I don't want a YouTube channel. I don't want to share in the billions of dollars that what other platform is paying out that kind of money for just regular people? Okay, the joke's on the guys who are laughing at people like me. Oh, you need your YouTube channel. You damn right, because I'm not retired for real. Okay? That'll be a whole other conversation once my Social Security kicks in. But I thought that's the whole point of getting on YouTube. Why y'all single out the Philippine bloggers over here? That we're not supposed to earn money like everybody else. They single us out. What's up, Philippine Paradise? They try to ridicule us. If you only knew, guys, the money that people are earning on YouTube over here, you'd really be mad. I know, because all I got to do is look at my numbers. Okay? To get a general idea, if I was pocket watching, I'm not pocket watching though. I'm just enjoying my life. I'm living my best life. I'm not pocket watching. He says it's hard to hear criticism from people you don't know. And they don't know you. So who's more at fault? The guy criticizing somebody. You know what they'll say? Because you got a YouTube channel, they have a right to criticize you. Okay, yeah, well, I would rather you criticize yourself. Imagine if you held me, Thomas, to the same, if you held yourself to the same standard that you hold me. Not talking about you specifically, Thomas, but you know, the haters and the, you know, the people who, the critics. Wouldn't it be a better world? Well, it really doesn't. If you got a talent, some people don't talk. Some people just sing. Some people just tinker with cars and stuff like that. That's their YouTube channel. It's not a one size fits all. It's all kinds of content on YouTube. Imagine one of the top three is a little bitty boy, Ryan something. He earned 31 million last year. All he does is go around playing in his house, in yard, and earns 31 million. You know, but if you say you can't do it, Frank, then you can't do it. But don't knock somebody that can. That's all I'm saying. This is what really it baffles me. I'm like, I'm shocked about it. I'm like, what is it to ridicule somebody who has a successful YouTube channel? Why would you try to put them down to make yourself look better? Okay, you got a military pension or a retirement pension of 5,000 a month, which would be good. And somebody has a YouTube channel that's earning 5,000 a month. What makes you think you're better than them? Who's smarter? You had to put in 20 years or 30 years to get your 5,000. This guy put in a few months, maybe a year, to get his 5,000. The joke should be on you. You wasted all your time to get that. But TJ got a lot of knowledge. He makes good videos. No, they talking about it. Yeah, they talking about it in a literal sense, Kevin. You have no more privacy than I do. What privacy do am I giving up? I'm giving up, brother. Okay, it's not like you can look at somebody's YouTube and know where they live. All YouTube channels aren't the same. I'm just more transparent than other people. Whatever privacy that I've sacrificed, I sacrificed. I could have just came home and just like most people and just have a background. You don't know where they broadcasting from. You don't know where they're blogging from. You know nothing about them. Most people aren't as naive as me. You don't know their real name. They're Blizzard abroad. Okay? They're and different things like that. People have to go to extreme lengths, man, to know who you are in your YouTube channel. That says more about them than it does about you. But most of the people on YouTube, you have no idea who they are, where they're blogging from. But you're out there anyway. YouTube is just one thing. You're out there on Facebook. Okay? But y'all try to put everybody in the same bucket. You can't do it, Kevin. Some people you don't know where they are. For the fact that I'm boots on the ground here in the Philippines, I have to let you guys know I'm in the Philippines. I'm very naive though, but see, what I put out there, okay, I'm not worried about, but you don't know everything about me. What you know about me is what I told you. That's all. I haven't sacrificed anything. He said you can't escape Google and YouTube nor any modern platforms or anything. He says they're not talking about privacy literally. Yeah, I am. They may not be, but I am. You don't have any privacy, man. Only when you shut your bathroom door or your bedroom door. Okay, and then your damn phone is looking at you. This is facts. Okay, the smart television up there is looking at us. It's just something for people, okay, to knock you for who are jealous of your success. Instead of you saying, oh man, I'm glad, maybe that can motivate me to do something like that. Guys are lying when they tell you that they'll pass up $10,000 a month from YouTube. They can't do it. And because they can't do it, they want to make it seem like what you're doing is weak. But these are the same people who are watching you. They watch you more than your regular people. I want to thank them for that. Yeah, well, that's them. That's them. They're comparing. I'm just letting you know, Kevin, that how ignorant it is for grown men to do that. Why are you worried about my money doesn't pay your bill? Okay? I don't care how much money you're earning at the post office or what the military's paying you. It doesn't pay my bills. I don't care what your girlfriend looks like. Okay? And all of that. It has nothing to do with me. This is what, okay, of all the things on social media, this comparison is what depresses people. Because on social media, for most part, all you're seeing is people's the bright moments. See, that's all you're seeing. That's all you're hearing. It's the good stuff, the sugary stuff. And so you're comparing yourself against their best. They're not showing you that they're human too. They got to wipe their ass too, hopefully. Okay. They got to take a dump too. They acting like, oh, they don't use the toilet and all of that. They woman doesn't go on her period and have bloody tampons in the wastebasket. They want you to think none of that applies to them. They're not normal. They're not human. They're other than human. This is what they want you to think with all this comparison. Oh, look at me. My life is so good. Well, why do you even have to say that? Well, comparison is one of the worst things they said about Facebook and social media. It depressed people. I had to tell my daughter, because she's always telling me, she's 28. Okay, imagine this. My daughter's 28. Well, she just turned 29. Oh, and she's always, I'm not as far along as the people I graduated with. Because she's looking at them on Facebook. I said, one thing you don't want to be is somebody else. Okay, because when their life runs, when their life runs out, you're not gonna jump in that casket. Okay, be careful who you want to be. Okay, I'm telling you that. Be careful who you want to be. He said privacy dead. He said the Department of Homeland Security was the nail in the coffin for constitutionally protected freedom. Then came the FISA court. Yeah, but they don't know anything about that, Gerald Stifford. They think that they really got some type of privacy. Don't you know when Bush signed that Patriot Act, dude, they can come in your house right now for anything. If they suspect you of anything, you have no rights. You can't sue them. They did me like that. You got no damn privacy. The police and law enforcement and military can kick your door down right now. Okay? And there's nothing you can do about it. You have no Fourth and Fifth Amendment rights anymore. I'm just being honest with you. Yeah, he said they don't even have to punch the clock anymore. It's an app with GPS pings when you are within range. That's crazy, right? Yeah, let's talk about that. Yeah, most have never studied the Fourth, Fifth, or Sixth Amendment. Then they thinking they're free. Bush saying your life over in the Patriot Act. Read that Patriot Act. You know how I know about it? Because when the police came in my house by mistake, and we fought them through the courts and motion of discovery and all of that, my lawyer, he's deciphering all this for me. Yeah, they can kick your door down anytime. Ain't nothing you can do. Yeah, hit the thumbs up. But it just goes to show you how dumbed down we are to think you really got a private life over there. When the things that really matter, they know about. They really don't matter whether you eat pussy or not. If they really was worried about it, they would track that. Okay? But the things that really matter, where you are, okay, where you live, what you're doing at any considerable any time of the day and all of that, how much money you got in the bank and all that, your medical records, what's wrong with you and everything like that. They already know, dude. Okay. That's all I'm saying. If they wanted to know, they'll know. The most important things they already know. Yeah. He says, an expat, I can tell you they know how to find you. That's what I used to do. Okay, doesn't it amaze you that here we are, we're way over here in the Philippines, right? And don't you know that the Filipinos, I just saw where they had arrested an American. They know where you are. When you go and sign up for that immigration, right, they have a general area of where you are. And they track your ass down. So you can't run over here. Because that's what the guy did. I was watching Asia Now, and the man, he had some old bullshit charges. But he came over here, hell, they got him. They know where you are. Now, America's big brother. Yeah, he says, according to that one clown, you didn't retire like him. Retirement is retirement. Money is money. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't want to be him. I'm not going to do anything like him. I don't fuck like him. I don't do anything like him. I don't even get my hair cut like him. My woman gives me a shave. But he, people are so dumb. We're so dumb, man. There's only one way to get retirement money. You have to work for a company for 40 years of your whole life. Any other way that you get it, you're less of a human being. Y'all stupid, man. Y'all know better than that. Yeah, it is. It is. Remember, money is money, man. When I go to the store, wherever we go traveling and buy airline tickets and stuff. They never ask me where I got that money from. Okay. What's up? They never ask me where I got that money from. This is people who are pocket watching. They're mad. It's like, well, hell, I had to work all these years, and now here you is on YouTube. What's going on? So they try to ridicule you. Oh, that's not real money. That's not a real business, they say. But it's real money. Yeah, he does toy reviews. Guy gets 31 million a year. I wish I could do that. I told Merle, I said, I hope Booby's watching me, because Booby's smart now. Yeah, I get her going like that. Yeah, yeah. He said YouTube improved this percentage. It generated 31.5 billion in 2023. Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. And if you look from 2020 to 2024, it's over 100 billion. That's just ad revenue. We're not talking about these other guys who have sponsors and stuff. Okay. Long before Mr. Beast became as famous as he was getting $1 million a year from one of his sponsors. $1 million a year. Man, y'all better put some respect on YouTube, man. Y'all clowns for thinking like that. But it's not. Okay. What is Facebook paying? I've been on Facebook longer than I've been on YouTube. I haven't even earned, believe it or not, my payout is $100. You know how much I've earned from Facebook since I've been on Facebook? Longer than I've been on YouTube. Not even $3. But they want to put us all into one basket, and then they want to set the YouTubers over here apart. Oh, we're e-beggars. That's just pure jealousy and pure ignorance. Because you look at their channels, nobody's watching them. They're not monetized. They're not getting any money. And so then they'll say, oh, I don't need it. Because you can't generate it. Okay, just say that. You think I'm mad at LeBron James? Okay, I'm not. I can't dunk a basketball. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not mad at LeBron James and all the money he's earned. Michael Jackson and all that. Yeah, yeah. Let me live, man. This is what I'm saying. They just TJ. You make a great point. The same point I've been making. They just ignore all of that and they come straight to the YouTube blog. Oh, look at them. They need their money to retire. Oh, look at me. I've been working at, Pixie Sticks or wherever the hell you worked. And you got a little pension coming in. And now all of a sudden you better than somebody else. Wasn't Cocoa Mill and shit. You look at how much money they're making. Yeah, he said basically there's no expectation of privacy outside your residence. And then they're coming after you, really. What little privacy you got when you go in the bathroom, like I said, in your bedroom, basically. He says, I agree we are the prize, but might be afraid of losing the woman. Okay, and then get another one. Okay, you're the demand. Okay, we can't meet the demand. I don't mean that. I mean, we can't meet the demand. Okay, there's not enough solutions back. There's not enough Western men coming here to meet the demand. Okay, just that alone tells you what the situation is. And what people think, that's on them. It's none of my business. That's somebody's opinion. I'm stating facts. Okay, just because women are sought after doesn't make them the prize. Yeah, but why even compare it? YouTube can be for the rest of your life. What difference does it make if you earn enough money on YouTube, Kevin, where it's going to last you for the rest of your life? Everybody's not earning the same amount of money, guys. Come on. If I earn, okay, do you think anybody with a pension out there is going to earn 31 million, Kevin Strong? Okay. Why just pick me out to compare yourself to me if it's all of YouTube? When the average YouTuber earns 68,000 a year. He says at the Airbnb, you might not even have privacy in the bathroom. Yeah, I mean, it's in their fine print. We don't read it. They're saying, oh, we put it in there to make sure people are taking care of our property. But they're watching you when you taking a shower, when you screwing, when you're doing everything. They got Facebook groups, man. This was exposed where the owners, they're sharing their footage with each other. They blew that out of the water a long time ago. You better be real careful when you go in these Airbnbs. They're watching you, man. Yeah, he said that guy studies Cal. It's sad you have to support someone in order to hate on him watching every video and live stream. Yeah, it is. It's a shame, man. It's like, what hurts me most is I don't know these guys. I've never done anything to them. You know, and every video that they make, it's about me. Even though if they were to see me, they wouldn't say anything to me. Yeah, okay, yeah. He said, yeah, don't forget about Siri and Alexa. He said, can someone recommend a step-by-step book on how to move to the Philippines while SSDI? Well, when it comes to Social Security disability, if you don't have to, I know when I was still working and a lot of my clients had Social Security disability, they had to get a physical every so often, and their doctor had to sign off on it. But I've later been told that they no longer do that anymore. So why would you need a book? All you have to do is move over here. Just keep everything the way it is in America, science and beyond. You don't have to give up your U.S. citizenship. As a tourist over here, you can stay here for 3 years in a row without ever leaving the Philippines. That's a long time to realize whether or not I'm going to stay here. Come up with a plan. Do I want an SRV? Or find out, is it going to affect my SSDI and all of that? That's a long time. People never put that into, they never think that all the way through. Like, you got 3 years to figure out, do I want to get married? Okay, do I want to have children? Whatever it is you're trying to do, you got a lot of time, man. But we get off the plane doing this stuff. But you don't need no step by step. Do you got enough money for a plane ticket? Do you have enough money when you get over here to support yourself? Okay. Now you got to find out, well, how am I going to access my money? Are you going to use your ATM card? Are you going to use Remitly? Because once you've been over here for a certain amount of time, you can get a bank account. Okay. Hey, Levon Young, welcome to the fourth quarter, man. Thanks for your support. And this is a friend of mine. He's been over my house. I've met him and his wife. He was one of the guys who was, there's only like 3 guys. When I finished my walk, Levon Young was there. Because I asked people, I said, hey, man, if you're not doing anything, meet me on the boulevard at the end of my walk. Levon Young was there. He's living his best life here. He doesn't upload content, but he is. Okay. But yeah, you don't need all that. You just need a plan for when you come to the Philippines. Okay. And you got plenty of people probably watching here now who are on SSDI, who are over here, who can help you. That's what the support group is for. That's what these live streams are for. It's not just me talking. People are talking in these comments over here. I just got like a topic, and then I respond to some comments, but people are commenting and communicating and having conversations over here. Yeah, I listen to Frank Tate. He's a money man. See, and he says anyone making $50,000 a year is living like they have $1 million. Over here, you mean? He said, bro, I try to move the liver to the other side. Never go behind me because it will be all busted up. He says, when Airbnb has a cam, they going to see a good show. I leave it with curtains hanging. Yeah, man, you got to be careful when you go in these Airbnbs, man. When I read that, man, when that scandal hit, man, it really disappointed me. I'm like, damn, man, we can't go anywhere and be off cam. And they peeking over here. I remember when me and Marilyn, we stayed in, what's the name of that place? What's it called? Mavisa Gardens, right? I know this host had a camera going in there because she cut the air con on, everything from her home. I'm like, lady, what are you doing? He said if you earn less than $2,000, you can get SSI as well. Hey guys, I'm about to get off here, man. I thank y'all for your super chat, super stickers, your thumbs up, all your support of Sunshine Shoulders, man. Life is good over here. I got Thomas Marshall, 53 Shades Darker, Frank Tate. I got a bunch of guys on here that can bear witness to that. Levon Young, so many. Sperling Edwards. But we're not going to argue about it. If Thailand is what you want, go to Thailand. If Vietnam is what you want, go to Vietnam. But we know we got it good over here. I know I do. But take care, everybody. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. I'll see you next time. Matter of fact, I've got to meet a guy today at lunch over at Malwani. Don't do anything stupid.